And with the new Congress in full swing, House Speaker McCarthy is paving the way for conservatives to undo some of the damage caused by Joe Biden and the Democrats. Here's One America's Pearson Sharp.
There's a new sheriff in town. After years of abuse and torment at the hands of Nancy, my husband's definitely not a lying gay pervert, Pelosi, we finally have someone who's up to the job. Kevin McCarthy, despite some intense opposition from stalwart conservatives at the outset, is proving he's prepared to do what it takes to bring Congress back under control. First and foremost, McCarthy is firing the treasonous Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell, two villainous congressmen from California who have both sold out our nation more times than we can count. Swalwell was actually sleeping with a Chinese spy. McCarthy is putting an end to that and is removing both of these communist, traitorous filth from their posts on the House Intelligence Committee, one of the most powerful and important committees in Congress.
What did Adam Schiff do as the chairman of the Intel Committee? What Adam Schiff did, use his power as a chairman and lie to the American public. Even the Inspector General said it. When Devin Nunes put out a memo, he said it was false. When we had a laptop, he used it before an election to be politics and say that it was false and said it was the Russians. When he knew different, he used his position as chairman, knowing he has information the rest of America does not, and lied to the American public.
McCarthy wasn't finished, though, and hammered on Eric Swalwell, who McCarthy said was compromised and that even the FBI was worried about him having access to America's national secrets.
The FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with a Chinese spy until he served on Intel. So it wasn't just us who were concerned about it. The FBI was concerned about putting a member of Congress on the Intel Committee that has the rights to see things that others don't because of his knowledge and relationship with a Chinese spy.
Eric Swalwell still denies he did anything wrong, but it's not the first time he was full of hot air. But McCarthy isn't stopping at cleaning up the committees. He's also putting together new panels to investigate the China virus pandemic and how Democrats wielded the federal government as a weapon against the American people the last few years. McCarthy explained the members of these committees will finally get answers on the origins of COVID and the gain-of-function research being carried out by U.S. labs under Anthony Mengele Fauci's direction. Both panels have broad investigative powers and hopefully will start nailing some asses to the wall over the brutality Americans have been subjected to under the Joe Biden crime syndicate. McCarthy is also putting together a brand new committee to investigate the existential threat posed by China to the United States. The newly formed strategic competition between the United States and the Chinese Communist Party is headed by Representative Mike Gallagher, and the goal is to combat China's influence in America. On top of that, McCarthy also moved to protect America's strategic petroleum reserves so Mafia Don Biden can't deplete our oil just to turn around and sell it to China.
We just protected the strategic petroleum reserve where the president can no longer deplete it and sell our oil to China.
What's more, as the U.S. continues sending over $113 billion to the criminals in Ukraine, McCarthy warned there'd be no more blank checks and vowed to end the money laundering scheme by Democrats and Mitch McConnell. And lastly, in a complete reversal from traitors Pelosi and Schiff, McCarthy has even said he would consider expunging the phony impeachment records against President Trump.
Our first priority is to get our economy back on track, secure our borders, make our streets safe again, give parents the opportunity to have a say in their kids' education, and actually hold government accountable. But I understand why individuals want to do it, and we'd look at it.
Finally, we have someone willing to tackle these challenges, to stand up for justice after years of Democrat and Republican leaders like Paul Ryan and John Boehner sitting back and letting our enemies walk all over our country. Time will tell how much McCarthy is able to get done. But for now, we here at OAN are glad to finally have someone in charge who's willing to fight for the American people. For One America News, I'm Pearson Sharp.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.